Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Now in this video we are going to be discussing the pre-release of the update that will be coming out tomorrow, June 4th. So if you guys are watching this a little bit later than this, you might already know it's actually out there, but I actually want to go over what they at least tell us on the newswire and things that I would kind of like to see changed in the current systems and updates that we've had pretty much coming out of beta up till now. So the past few weeks, there's just a couple things that I would think that Rockstar should go ahead and tweak just slightly, but let's go ahead and get started. So really the only thing that it actually tells us on the newswire for June 4th is that there's going to be a public enemy showdown mode, which sounds kind of interesting. Hopefully it's nothing like Head for the Hills, because I've experienced it a couple times and I'm really not a big fan of it at all, but that's just kind of my own opinion. So hopefully public enemy showdown mode will be a little bit better. Now unfortunately I won't be able to test this too much this week, along with the other one, which is the Railroad Baron free roam event, where players can capture cars on a moving train, which sounds pretty interesting and actually sounds like a lot of fun, because I've been waiting for a while to actually see the train actually be a big portion of the Wild West. Because if we look at the Wild West history in itself, the railroad was a big component, and it feels a little lackluster, so to say, in Red Dead Online. Now, obviously, in the Red Dead Redemption 1, we had a railroad that went to Blackwater because we rode it from the very beginning down to Armadillo. And then we went up to Fort Mercer, got shot, and then obviously there's that train system. But it never actually goes all the way back to Blackwater. So we do know that obviously Red Dead Redemption 2 is set before Red Dead Redemption 1, which is obviously really interesting in itself. But there was that railroad, and I can't remember exactly where it goes. And maybe it didn't go all the way to Blackwater, but I really felt like it did. And I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 1 in a long time, so I might have to just purchase it just to see if it truly does get all the way back to Blackwater. So I would like to see a huge addition to the railroad, whether it's the robberies, which would be fantastic. Maybe it truly is something about... There is an award for traveling on the railroad per miles, and it takes a really long time to rack up those mileage on the train because it is so incredibly slow. Believe it or not, your horse is a lot faster. It shouldn't be, but it really is. So I would just like to see some improvements done to the railroad system in general. But now, the other thing that I would really like to see as far as like the showdown goes is I want to see an actual menu. And somebody actually made a comment about it in one of my last videos, but I've been saying it for a really long time. They really need to have some kind of system. Just look at, like, it doesn't really matter. You can look at like Halo, you can look at Call of Duty, you can look at wherever. You can choose what specific event that you would like to join as a PvP player. Now, I love the large showdown, but I don't really care necessarily for name your weapon. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the mood for hostile takeover, but honestly, not all the time, because the only time that I really like to play hostile takeover is if I actually have a good team that I'm playing with. And honestly, if you're playing by yourself or even joining with one posse member, the chance of you getting on either separate teams is pretty high. So in most cases. And number two, sometimes you get paired with somebody that really doesn't know what they're doing, and you feel like you're doing a lot of the work. And honestly, before it came out of beta, I was playing by myself on teams that had 3 players. How am I supposed to even stand a chance being 1 player and then against a team that has 3 players? There just needs to be a balance, and it's just impossible to win that because they can control 3 territories when I'm just trying to hold 1. I'm just kind of throwing that out there. There needs to be a balance in the system. I don't know if it's based truly on a level, because level doesn't really tell experience, unfortunately. I mean, somebody could be rated a 300 that could be not very good. They just have played a lot. And somebody rated in a level 2 could be freaking amazing at the game. I mean, it's just how it goes. Maybe a level 2 has already played the game a lot. And just, I don't know how they would find a true balance on that. I don't really have a solution. My only solution right now is to basically be level based. So if you have a person that's a level 100, they shouldn't have a level 115 and a level 130 on their same team, where every other team has, you know, level 50s. It should be a little bit more balanced, even if they are truly in a posse and even possibly in a party. So just kind of throwing that out there. Now, the other thing that I would really like to see changed as far as Red Dead Online is just the fact of the hostility meter in general. Right now, the only way that you can actually charge, charge the other member or another player if they attack you is if they fully kill you. So you have to fully let them kill you, let them do whatever they want to you, and then you can do something about it. Then you can finally press charges against that player. I feel that if they shoot at you at all, you have every right to shoot back. Now, if they kill you, then you can't press charges, but there shouldn't be any issue because a lot of players that I have noticed, in my honest opinion, they shoot you once and then they wait for you to attack back, and then they press charges against you, even though they were the ones that initiated it. And yeah, the other thing that I've seen just actually happened to a friend and I just the other day over the weekend is we both had animals, carcasses on the back of our horse, and a person stole it. My friend decided, that, hey, I'm in defensive mode. I don't want anything to do with this. I'm going to go ahead and kill him. And the entire posse came after us, and they pressed charges against him because he was in a posse with me. I was also getting charges pressed against the posse, and it was just a whole kind of cluster going on. And honestly, if anybody touches your horse, especially the cargo that's on your horse, if that horse, I mean, I understand that when you lobby hop, there's chance of the horses always not spawning, or they don't really despawn, they just kind of chill there. But if the player is in the lobby and you take something off that horse, that should immediately be grounds for you can attack them without them pressing charges against you. Because basically what happened to my friend and I is the other players were attacking as much as they want. And I mean, obviously once they attack and we attack, we become dishonorable throughout the whole situation. But nothing hostility factor-wise goes. Nothing happens to them. And it should be a lot harsher depending on the type of thing that they do. I mean, if they flat out walk up to you and kill you, they should immediately go completely red. If they steal something off of your horse, the cargo off your horse, maybe it should become that purple color or a light pink or whatever it might be. But just there should be like different factors in there. And I know that Rockstar is fine-tuning some of those things. And it'll be really amazing if they can truly start to work on some of those things and kind of find that nice little balance. But anytime a player shoots you or steals something off your horse, that should negate any possibility of them pressing charges against you, even if you retaliate against them, because they are committing a crime against you. So therefore, the hostility factor needs to kind of change. And I don't know how the programming would go behind that, but just that's kind of my thoughts and opinions of the things that I would like to see. So I'd like to see some improvements on the railroad system or just the usage of it. I really don't know what other events that they could possibly put on the railroads except for the railroad robberies. And it seems like there's not that many trains. And they should definitely add trains down to the track that is in the New Austin and West Elizabeth areas, just because that would be amazing. Now, obviously, there's some up by like the Wallace Station area, and that's barely getting into West Elizabeth. But I'm talking about like Blackwater and then more west is kind of what I think. There's not a train in sight, but all the track exists. I feel like they could easily put a train down there, and I don't think it would be that complicated to do. But they just need to add some more events like the one that they're going to be adding tomorrow, which is the Railroad Baron free roam event. So those are kind of my thoughts and opinions on it. And then obviously giving us an option an option and an opportunity to select which showdown mode that we truly want to be able to participate in. Doesn't matter if you're playing regular showdown or if you're playing large showdown, you as a player should still be given the opportunity to choose which event you really want to participate in. So that's my thoughts. But hopefully this new public enemy showdown mode is nothing like the Head for the Hills, and hopefully I'll get a chance to kind of experience it a little bit. Unfortunately, I am leaving on vacation at the end of the week, and I won't really be able to participate on my Xbox, but I will be making videos as I go because I have a lot of stuff backlogged, and I also have a lot of things that I can actually record on my laptop from distances away. So look forward to those videos, but just not going to be possibly a lot new gameplay. But if you guys did enjoy this information about what I would like to see change in some of the new updates that are going to be coming out for Red Dead Online, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. And also, if you guys have a suggestion that you guys would like to see here change on Red Dead Redemption or just Red Dead Online, then please leave a comment down below and letting me know what that is. But till next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it. And you guys, stay gaming.